I hype me up, I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up. Take up space, sis. Got my room with this. Take up space, sis. I got my room with this. I'm a trip for this.
This is a quick little 1-2, 1-2, mic check, 1-2, 1-2. This is under Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Please support the channel. Whatever. But the code has been cracked. The code has been cracked. Come on, Kane. Come on, Kane. The code has been cracked, and I just want to say, I know you all don't want to listen to me because I only have 1,400 subscribers. I'm up and coming. But I told y'all, I told y'all it was nose. Mel bold. Mel put nose out on TikTok. Why Mel put nose out on TikTok like that, y'all? Hey, Jazzy J. Hey, Alf. Hey, Shay Pizzle. Alf Mizzle. Hey, Love Key. Hill 75. Sandra. It's Tay T. Chronicles of Kim K. Elisa. I ain't gonna be on here, y'all, because guess what? I still ain't went and got no monitor. And I'm just sitting at home chilling like I didn't tell them people I was going to buy a monitor. And it's 2:30. And it's 2:30 and I still didn't go buy a monitor. I'm just sitting in the house chilling like I got the day off. So I got to go get my monitor for real so that I can really go live. I'm not going to hold y'all because I know the whole YouTube on fire right now. And you know, I'm still a little pup over here. Okay. Me and Sugar came and tried to break it down yesterday, y'all. So I just said, smoke them. You were right, Courtney. I know it's right, bitch. We said it, didn't we? We said it. Good afternoon, you were so. I'm telling y'all, she was laying it down for us to pick it up. Like I said, at first I was on the slaw train, and then I went back and I was like, no, she's telling us the person that's the last known contact for slaw. She's not telling us that she thinks it's slaw, because if it was slaw is such a non-factor, y'all. Mel would probably scare slaw off behind the scenes. See, Stormy be with that ain't my homegirl, and it makes sense because the way that Stormy has switched up for no apparent reason, the way that Stormy has been promoting Martell, putting Martell in all these scenes, it ties into it. It like makes all the sense. It makes all the sense. Jazzy J, I think I said hey to you. Hey, my good sis. Um, I was wrong. I had Betty. You had Betty, Sandra. She lining them up and knocking them down one by baby. Male snatching wigs, edges, lace fronts, eyelashes. You know, she's snatching it all. She leaving them barefaced at this point. Told y'all, mofo, it was nose. It was nose. The innocent instigator. What I tried to told y'all. It was nose. Melody Beauty, what's up? Hey, Lala. Lala, were you on TikTok? Y'all, I do not like TikTok. I hate TikTok. I'm gonna tell y'all this now. Like, I'll be glad today Mel go back over to Instagram and do her lives. Don't y'all know I was recording the TikTok kicked me out like 15 times? Don't y'all know, like, right after Mel played the video of Stormy getting her truck for Mother's Day, don't y'all know TikTok kicked me out and I couldn't get back in for like the longest? I hate TikTok. Like, I hate it. That's one app. For some reason, it does not work well on my phone. So I probably don't even have my recordings all together and I'm ticked off, but I know what's going on. Hey Lala. Quinaya, is it Quiana? How do you pronounce your name? Quiana Hinton. You said you knew it. I knew it too, homegirl. Indigo girl. Hey. It's T said I knew it was somebody that once was friends and went, but didn't talk often. It didn't didn't know her number change. Yeah, I knew it was somebody that didn't know the last known contact for Slaw. Alf MC says, man, I'm so geek because I was not expecting. When I tell y'all this reunion gonna be lit. When I tell y'all this reunion is gonna be lit, but let me tell y'all, Another hint that came through last night. Did y'all notice? Now I noticed this. Let me tell you how I caught it. Because something when I try to record on my device, this device, it does not record like to record on my phone. So yesterday when Shanita was live, Stormy was live too. And I feel like Stormy was just she wasn't talking about nothing because I went on there for a second to see what she was talking about. But she wasn't talking about nothing. I had to get back to Shanita's live. But Stormy know what's going on because Stormy don't really pop out like that. Stormy was trying to be a distraction, I feel like. Oh man, I was so geeked because I was not expecting Mel to play her hand, but that tells me that she already confirmed who the number belongs to before coming to 6 out. I told y'all that on the video. I said Mel knows who it is. You can tell Mel is being funny, like she already knows who it is. She just kind of giving us bits and pieces. But if y'all noticed yesterday, Mel was in a lot of content creators chats, and people kept saying Slaw. People are saying the wrong name, so I felt like she had to come back and like straighten it out because people weren't following what she was putting down, picking up what she was putting down. Patrice said she knew it. Hey Kathy, good afternoon. So who is it? It's Stormy, Lala. It was Stormy. It was Stormy Child. You were right the whole time. I was in agreement. Yes, I'm telling y'all, I know what I know. Hey, it's sorry, this be too excited. Al said she's too excited. I knew it was nose off the rip. And everything kind of like if you can send me another message like on my community wall, I couldn't find your message again yesterday to write you, but I'll say it on here if you need. There are two people on YouTube that offer classes. I personally took Day Silver's class and her ebook, and they helped me set up my page. Queen Sheba also has classes and ebook. So, I don't know if you have a preference, but those are two content creators that will help you get started with YouTube. You can take both if you like, maybe buy an ebook from here, ebook from there, take one class, however you want to do it. But Day Silver and Queen Sheba both offer classes to get you started on the path to starting your own YouTube. And good luck. And I hope you move forward with that idea. And let me know when you get started and get popping. And I would love to come over and support. Mama Bees, what's up? Samantha, what's up? What's up? Let's see, Strawberry Taffy, hey, Lori Bell Carter, hey, Reese's Pieces, what's up, my good sis? I knew it was nose Reese's Pieces. So yeah, so it makes sense that this season she has been caping for Martell. They tried to act like they didn't know what was up because they were already Slaw and Martell's friends. It just made she got the drop about Melody from Slaw and started making business moves because it made no sense for her to. You remember that scene they played in Madani? This is before I had a YouTube page, and people were playing that scene from Madani where Stormy goes up to Destiny and she's like, it ain't like that. I promise you, it ain't really like that. And she bought her that Gucci bag. She was plotting in because she never had intentions for Melody, because who falls out with somebody when they know they're going through a lot of things with their ex? Who falls out with them and gets mad at them for changing their phone number when you can reach them on social media, when y'all ain't even child? Who does that? Like who gets mad about minute things like that? So I was wrong. Yeah, la, you were wrong, my good sis. But it's okay. We be wrong sometimes. It buffers, but that's why I get good coupons. Where's Sandra? Let me see. Samantha said, this is sick. What if her children had seen that message? That's why she probably pissed, Samantha. That's probably why she's pissed the way she is, because you're doing all of this and this phone is now back in the possession of her son. And had she not had the phone, then they would have very well seen that message of someone speaking ill about their mother. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. The reunion, baby, the reunion is gonna be tea. But I told y'all, my theory is if I was male, I would do a tell-all interview. I would do a tell-all interview and lay all their asses out. Do you hear me? I would do a tell-all interview, tell everything on each and every one of them. So if they try to edit the reunion, it wouldn't even matter because I already said what I had to say on all y'all. Okay, I've been to say what I had to say. Court, what you say? I told y'all ninjas. I told y'all ninjas. I told y'all. Y'all gonna know. Just because I got these 1,400 subscribers, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. I keep my ear to the streets. Hey, Angela. How are you? Hey, too. Courtney, I have a theory. Can you please drop the link? Absolutely. Let me get that link dropped. I don't know. Hold on, too. I'm on my phone. Let me see if I know how to drop the link. Hold on. Let's see. Mm, oh, Lord. Hold on. I done knocked myself back out of StreamYard. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure out how to drop the link. Invite guests. Oop. I figured out how to drop the link. I think. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to. I think I got it. I think I got it. Hold on. Oop. I think I got it. I think I know how to drop the link. Y'all see my picture back, y'all? I know. I had to go put on my hair and makeup and my teeth. Okay, I had to go put my hair and makeup. Well, I ain't got no teeth in this picture, but y'all get the drift. Y'all get my drift. I had to put my hair back on and my lashes on because y'all had me authentically myself this morning. Okay, so Stormy probably did pay Martell to get on the show and put her in connection. But you remember Martell was saying, remember, what was that where at the beginning of the season, Martell, did he do like a live or something where he was saying he was trying to help somebody from like the correction office or something like that get on the show? I think that's what he does. And Carlos, of course, Carlos is going to help him get some people on. Hey, Pamela. I know what Stormy is, baby. I know that nose on that phone from anywhere. That's why she got asked because Mel confronted her about the text allegedly. I knew it was Stormy, and Mel called the baby mama coleslaw. Baby, she kept saying coleslaw. And why the people in the chat kept talking about, "Well, who is coleslaw? Who is coleslaw?" Child, did she confirm it was Stormy? Yes, la. Y'all, I'm gonna talk about it in the morning with like the video and get my audio and stuff together. But yes, Lala, she played videos and all of Stormy. Yes, she definitely confirmed it was Stormy. Like she played a video of Stormy. Yes, Lala, she was not playing. Absolutely confirmed it. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, Toot. I ain't paying attention. Hey, Tutu.
Hey, Judge, Honorable Courtney, how y'all doing? Hey, Courthouse. Listen, I have a theory, y'all, and it's going through my head for some reason. We already knew that Courtney and Martell was really close friends. That we already knew. Stormy
Mhm,
said that with her sit down with Latrice when she said that Martell and Courtney are longtime friends, and she had only been living in Huntsville for 12 years, right?
mhm,
This is all my opinion. This is alleged. This is everything. When it was revealed that it was Stormy, the first thing that I thought was forget about Martell. Why would Stormy continue to talk to a woman who you know, if given a chance, will F your husband?
mhm.
I think, in my opinion, that that baby may be her cousin's. That's all I'm saying, in my opinion, allegedly.
In your opinion, allegedly, what? Now say that again.
That that baby
Mhm.
may be her cousin's baby. That
The
kid.
the Miles Morales may be
Hmm.
Stormy's cousin, baby.
Yes.
Ooh, T,
Why
T,
would
y'all
why
know
would
to keep her ear to the streets too now.
why why would a team wife, y'all, regardless of Martell, because Martell is Courtney friend. Yeah, you've known Martell, whatever, whatever, whatever. But why would a wife continue to talk to a known side chick who also got pregnant by the husband? That just don't make any sense to me. And you team wife, unless there's a deeper connection.
Toot said they cousin. Let me
I
find
mean,
out Miles was at Chess Lane. Let me find out Miles was at the party.
Samantha asked about a DNA test. I heard that there was a possibility it was one. I heard there was possibility it's not.
Okay, Keisha, thank you for joining. Thank you for clarifying your name for me because I love to pronounce people's name correctly. So, Keisha, we appreciate you over here, and I absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. So, thank you for coming over. I
Oh,
appreciate
Keisha
you.
got me saying, girl, I would have never guessed that.
I
I
would
was
have never
calling
guessed
you
Keisha.
Kiana. Well, what you think, Courtney, about the deeper
I think
connection between the slaw? And
I think the connection, my personal belief with the connection with Slaw and Stormy, I just think Stormy already knew Slaw. I think didn't Slaw like go to Stormy for her hair? Like I think she used to
mm-hmm. The
do
Stormy
her
came
hair.
over there.
They were already
Yep,
cool.
she was
I think
doing
she
hair.
gave Stormy, I think she was talking to Stormy. You know how you talk to your hairstylist and you tell them
Mm-hmm.
certain stuff? And I think maybe she told stories about Slaw, because this is my theory. I'ma lose a lot of y'all with this. I already know I'ma lose some of y'all. But Carson, I hate to bring Carson up because Carson was a touchy subject for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Was. But I'm not saying this maliciously because I don't think she's malicious. But when it
No.
comes to people seeking fame and their shot, certain
Yes.
people will do anything to get fame and get in a position that they want to get in. I think
I,
that I think that Slaw was telling Stormy certain things about Melody, and they talked to each other like homegirls, getting her hair done. And I think when Stormy, by her having a business at that time, she had the Canvas hair products. She had the opportunity to connect with Melody by way of things she knew firsthand from Slaw, and probably got the drop on like. And she was keeping that information in the back of her head and said, okay. So when she met her, she pretended to be a friend, and she already just had the drop on her. Sometimes you could be telling people certain stuff about somebody and they know they're trying to get to, those higher heights. So they'll use that information to infiltrate their camp.
mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Stormy did. I think she infiltrated the camp by way of information she got from Slaw. She ended up getting on the show as she wanted to. Martell maybe not Martell is not as business savvy as Mel. So the better option was to go through Mel. I think she did that. And as soon as she got where she wanted to go, she wanted top spot. And we see, and look where we are today. She never was Mel's friend because it took nothing for her to turn. Her mom talked about Mel all on social media. I don't think she ever liked Mel. I think she
No.
just infiltrated the camp.
No. And you know what? It was one thing too, with Carson, in the same industry as Stormy, with hair and all that other stuff. And also when Carson told the story about Maurice confronting her at the hold on, let's back up. Carson was at the pastorate party in the pasture. She was obviously VIP access because she was also in the pool area. So that wasn't a general admission area, right? By invitation only.
Right.
She I'm not saying that Carson was whatever, but I think all three of them through Slaw were kind of introduced together along with Tisha, since Carson was at that time Tisha's stylist.
Let me tell y'all what about Carson. Now, Carson did do her due diligence by telling Melody what Melody needs to know. We all know that she did her due
Hmm.
diligence. She went to Melody
Hmm.
and told her everything she needed to know. I'm not disputing that. That is not up for dispute. She did that, and it helped Melody with her case. That is
Right,
not what I'm saying. What I am saying is Carson initially knew by way of Slaw this
right,
information, right? She knew this information by way of Slaw because her and Slaw were, they were cool through through DMs for a minute, for a brief time when Carson first moved to Huntsville. She made a
right.
connection with Slaw and they
She
were
did.
cool.
Hmm.
Okay. Carson kind of did the same thing as a theory I have for Stormy. She then took information she knew about people from the show because Slaw talks like diarrhea and tells everybody business and wants everybody to know her connection to Martell and the show.
Right,
And I think
right,
she spilled that to Carson. Carson then probably sought out Tisha like she's a new person in town. Can she do her hair? Because Carson, if y'all remember, back when Carson first appeared on the show, Carson didn't make but a brief appearance in that tea party. The next day, Carson was on social media promoting herself heavy, tagging Carlos King, tagging everybody in Detroit, telling them to tag Carlos King because she wanted to be on the show. Tell Carlos,
right.
y'all want to see me on the show. Y'all want to see me on the show. A person that has such a small appearance like that, I've never seen nobody just go around tagging Carlos King and everybody asking to be on the show. So that makes me feel like she already had intentions of wanting some type of screen time or fame. At that point, she didn't care who it was by way of. She was going to go
Right.
by way of Tisha. Mind
Right.
you, she had already admitted that she told Tisha the information that she had from Slaw.
Right.
Tisha did not say anything, and Tisha, as her plus one, as she always does, because we know how Tisha moves, brought
Mhm.
Carson on. I'm not saying
Right.
Carson had an in on it, but I'm feeling like Tisha brought her on for the information that she provided to her by way of Slaw.
You know,
And it
Carson
just
said that it was
backfired on
Marceau.
everybody because
Marceau.
all them stupid. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. It was
No, go ahead.
Marceau who introduced Tisha to Carson.
It was Marceau.
It
Okay.
was Marceau. She met him at Black along with her husband.
So, okay. So Carson wanted to be on the show. Mind you, it ended up backfiring because it just ended up backfiring when that video came out showing that Carson and Slaw actually had a connection prior to Carson appearing on the show. And that's how the firestorm happened. And then the
Right.
recordings. And then it went from there. So, what I'm
Right.
saying is, I just think a lot of people, Slaw talks so much that a lot of people can take information from her, especially if they're looking to broaden their brand or for a come up or they want to be on TV. She talks so much and they take so much of what she says and they try to make connections from there. That's just kind of how I feel. That's
Right.
just my thing.
Right. I think that um with someone else, Tay, that Stormy was fired. It's no longer anymore that she left the show. I really think also that the third part of the girls trip will probably not have Stormy in it. Or they may not even show it at all. They may show a super trailer and go on into the second half. Because whatever went down, that really truly went down, I also think that it probably was known at that time that that number was contacting the son's phone. Because Mel said that the phone was court ordered to be returned back to her son. So that court order was boom.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she said it what was it? Shoot, she had so many lives. It was a couple of days ago on one of the other
Okay.
lives when she first brought out the phone, she said the court enforced that the phone be returned to her.
Oh, see,
So whatever that needed to be done to the phone, whatever it is, they probably didn't even have time to go in and do a whole lot as far as scrubbing the phone.
Hey, Miss Addie. I didn't know that too. I didn't know that. See, that's why
Yeah,
to keep her into the streets, y'all.
yeah, I be trying to listen, but I think that Stormy was fired. I also think that Stormy did come in because I never could understand why you would compare your charge. I'm sorry, the ghost charge, because there's not a mug shot. So I'm not saying at all that she was arrested, she was charged, nothing. It was all fake. Whatever Miss BT got to do, she got to do. But on her
Yeah.
case, all that on that show was all fake. I also believe that she rolled with her husband. Unfortunately, she
Hmm.
rolled with her husband as far as Martell, because she did pay
Absolutely.
Martell. I think I've said before that Martell, that she had always had promises made to her, and it should have been last season that was supposed to be her breakout season, but it didn't happen the way she wanted to.
To go back to, I advise, and I'm gonna try to pull these clips for y'all. So when we go live in the morning, hopefully I have my computer situated and I can pull clips and audio and things for y'all. Go back to her interview. I tell everybody to always reference this interview with Stormy. If you remember last season, on season 7, Carlos King was having all of his people do interviews. The Bell
Yes.
Collective cast and the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast would do interviews. I don't think
Hmm.
Melody and Martell did one, but everybody else kind of paired up with somebody from Bell Collective.
Right.
Stormy did an interview with, what's her name, Latrice.
Latrice.
She did an
Yeah, my
interview
middle
with
name.
Latrice.
Yep.
She did an interview with Latrice, and she was stating how it was so hard for her and her show in the core six, and she just was unhappy with her position. Stormy has always wanted to be top dog, and she
That's
can't.
right.
Mel even clocked it on this last episode. She can't seem to knock Mel out of that spot. It seems like
Mhm.
she may have had some promises or people have told her certain things,
Mhm.
but she's always wanted to come on there and be HBIC.
Yeah,
That's
because
very clear.
Carlos,
If you can
remember?
watch that interview.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead too.
You remember Carlos said that she was the star, the new future of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
He said it. He
He
absolutely. Go
said it
back
right
and
out
look at
his
matter of
mouth.
fact, go back and look at the Carlos King and Stormy interview.
Right. That she is the future of Love and Marriage Huntsville. However, what he didn't bank on is the fact that Stormy isn't likable on screen.
Mhm.
Stormy doesn't come off very good on screen.
Mhm.
And although she may have had alliances, her unalliance with the Scots 1.0
Mhm.
immediately disengaged her from 2.0. So
Mhm.
the only
Absolutely.
people, yeah, the only people who cause see, she messed it up herself with calling Marceau a bitch. I mean, sorry, excuse me, y'all, be a B. That
No,
was her
you
fault.
good.
Yeah, that was her fault when she did that. So they had her on track to become a star because this right here, this season, where she was like the focal point for the first half, this was
Mhm.
really supposed to have been her taking charge and becoming the face of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but she couldn't swing it because
It
she
was her
comes off
breakout.
bored.
It was her
It was
breakout season.
it was her breakout and she couldn't handle it. And
And those
whatever happened,
ratings,
hmm,
those ratings have been so far in the dump suit. I feel like, you know, she kind of conceded because she
did
couldn't.
did you
They
see the
tried
new
it and
the
it
new
didn't work.
ratings?
Hmm.
Did you see the new ratings?
I know they're up. I didn't I haven't quite looked at the actual rating yet. I saw Anonymous T's thumbnail, but I didn't watch the video yet. And I
Yeah,
haven't checked on my, I don't have my computer right now, so I didn't check.
30 for
Um
31 August, season 8, episode 15, it's 277,000 views. No matter what nobody say, no matter what they claim, this show cannot exist for real without Melody Cherie.
without melody. Without melody.
As
It
many
can go on
times that
without Martell, but it cannot go on without
it
melody.
can't go on
And
without
hey, Hershey's
Melody.
85.
Hey Hershey, and think about it, and also think about it. They had what was it? That was episode 14. So Mel, truly, I'm looking at TV Beat, y'all. This is what I'm
Mhm.
on. So up until season 8, episode 13, right? That was the
Mhm.
that was hold on. That's the season low. That was on the 17th of August. That was when she invited them on a trip, right?
Mhm. Right.
See, your episode 13, episode 14. Wait a minute, I'm confused, y'all. Because
What
last
episode was
week,
the last one? Was it 16?
n- hold on, let me go to right quick, y'all. Because the way TV Deets has it, season 8, episode 15 was August 31st. It wasn't last week's episode. So maybe the August 31st episode was supposed to be September 7th. And
Oh
this
yeah,
is where
wait, yeah, because yeah, probably so, because they did push it back.
they pushed it
KP says
back.
it also makes me look at Latrice sideways because remember she planted stories about Marie and moves the same way Stormy does. Absolutely. Miss Addie said Courtney Slaw told us before that Stormy paid Martell to get on the show. Slaw got mad because at one point Stormy did Slaw. Also, Slaw was dating one of Stormy's employees. Y'all all right?
Yep.
I
Okay,
remember.
I have it up. Season 8, episode 15 is Head Beach in Charge,
Hmm.
which was the one with, they were at the beach.
Uh-huh.
Then season 8, episode 14 is Girls Getaway. That's when they first arrived at
Hmm.
the Virgin Islands. And then season 13 was Forecast Sunny or Shady. It shows right here with TVD Salon that every episode that Mel pretty much was in, to me,
Just right.
that's what brought the views in because everything else just going downhill. more and more. They started off strong in the 200s, but then it just started dropping down.
Yeah, because once we realized we weren't watching Mel, we weren't watching.
It started off good.
I haven't watched this season on my TV. I watch in Patreon. So, but I think a lot of people that still do watch to support Mel once they realize she wasn't on the screen.
And can I
Um,
say this? And
go ahead.
I'm gonna drop down. Y'all,
Mhm.
this is the reason why I cussed Kyle out that day when he was talking about as a black business owner and all this other stuff. And I for one was mainly like, you have to look at the moral character of companies and the owners and things that they do and decisions that they do when it's not in accordance to their business. It has nothing to do with their business. Is why people will pull away from a company or a product. And this right here with Stormy, that right there, that was too much. You know what I mean? Even and I knew whoever it was had to have background information because I really didn't hear anything on that episode that referred to Martell. It was nothing that really referred to Martell. So what
Child,
was he talking about?
what's the kicker for me too is that Mel took it to TikTok and said
Mel,
checkmate.
Mel and was let everybody know too at the same time. Now they don't really know what they may have, but Stormy hanging with, still in contact deeply like that with Coleslaw. To me, as a teen wife, is someone whose character, moral, values that I could not get with because I don't believe in messing around with a side chick, talking to a
Mhm.
side chick. We can't be friends. We can't hang out. I don't care nothing about your life because you chose your path in life. Because I have a husband that I know that I'm clocking millions that you ain't finna try to get with too. No, unless you know there's something. There's a couple out there on Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all, that the woman like women and the man like a man. I'm just saying, I ain't saying it's them, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. She just
I'm
saying,
just
y'all.
saying. I'm just saying, even Mel said that she hang around people who admittedly admitted to,
But
dealing with the same sex.
you sat up there on your confessional, on that couch, talking about you can't get jiggy with Sonny, yet you texting Slaw.
You
Make it make
texting
sense.
law of
Make it
all
make
the
sense.
people.
Cause where these moral compasses and girl codes come from? Where they come from? I don't get it.
They were planning something and they were getting a lot of information from Slaw, but well, not just a conviction, but the charge stopped a lot of information. So whatever they had in play, his charge and later conviction turned everything upside down. And CK was batting for the wrong team. He was
Al
supporting the
says
wrong
also
team.
Carson Al
Yep.
says also Carson attended 3 events filmed for LAMH, Melody's Tea Party, The Boys Wine Launch, and Black Event because she was looking to get on TV. After the Tea Party episode, y'all got to look back. I pay attention to everything. This before I had a channel, but I pay attention to everything. She tagged Carlos King and was telling all her followers, tag Carlos King, tell him y'all want to see me. Baby, you didn't even say anything on the screen. The screen flashed
Not a
around you
thing.
like 1 or 2 times, but
Well,
you had no
one
talking points.
once on the Black Expo, she was allowed to ask a question.
Yeah, we saw her ask a question, but you were tagging to my put me on the show, put me on the show. So that's how I knew. Okay, and then when those pictures came out, when that millimeter dropped those pictures through YouTube to let people know that she had that connection with Slaw, I was like, oh, she wanted fame. Carson wanted to be on TV by way of anybody. A lot of people used to get mad about Carson, and there's really nothing to get mad about because one thing for sure, we're all millimeters. We're supposed to be on the same team on male,
Mhm.
whether we can come to the same conclusion or not, we millimeters. Everybody else
Right.
is just everybody else.
Yep. Everyone.
So
That's right.
we can have differences there, but people were just getting too hostile. I have always maintained the same position. Yes, did Carson eventually go to Mel and tell her the information that she needed? Yes. Is it appreciated? Yes. But do I think she was backed in a wall and did it? Yes, because
Yes.
had she got on that show and did what she wanted to do, she would have just been doing what she wanted to do and it would have been Mel out there by herself. if that video wouldn't have circulated around YouTube and her connection to Slaw, then she would have continued to press on with Tisha, and
She
whatever
would
motive
have.
Tisha had, she would have pressed on with whatever motive Tisha had.
I think
But
she would have
everybody
too.
backed out once it was revealed what was going on,
Yeah,
and
they they
that's just
they
my stance and my opinion.
yeah, yeah. And I'm standing by it right here. This is just my opinion. There's a deeper connection between Stormy and the other person, because why would you maintain contact with someone who you know moves the way they move? That means there is something or someone, that
Hmm.
somebody that is tying you together with that person. And that's
Absolutely, I
my
could go with
theory.
that theory too. Too, I just don't know much about the cousin or whatever, but I can definitely see what you're saying. I definitely pick up what you're putting down
Yeah.
because it has to be some type of tie that keeps you talking to this person when you know
That was
she's a side chick.
right. Cause I would you just wouldn't do that. And especially when you moving the way and making money the way Stormy is making, that puts you in a whole totally different um not just socioeconomic status, but she done went from the ghetto to the bourgeoisie. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, like
Yeah,
seriously. And to fit in, to truly fit in, there's some ties and things and some ways that you have to move, that you may have to cut certain negative people out your life. And you don't want you or your brand associated with a mistress. And that's just what it is. And if you're
absolutely.
associating with her, then baby, you down in and with it. And I'm glad whatever it is that worked out. I don't follow you, Canvas Beauty, even though I was one of the first ones. I ain't even gonna say one of. I was the first person to give her props about reaching $1 million sales in a single live in the
Hmm.
U.S.
Hmm.
as a black company. You know what I'm saying? Because that is
Hmm.
a feat for all business owners. However,
Hmm.
this right here, baby, I wouldn't dare. Girl, what if I use her
Nasty
product
work,
and then my husband trying to walk out the door
nasty
after
work.
buying, bring our products in? What if some mistress gonna start popping up at my house? That's like a curse to me, baby. I ain't saying don't buy her stuff, y'all. I ain't saying nothing like that. All I'm saying is that I can't use nobody. I can't purchase and support anyone's thing who does not have a moral compass at all for certain things in life. And black families, that's just what I'm pro black family all day long.
Absolutely. And I think these people, yeah, I too think a lot of them are just jealous. They jealous, they get on that show. I think this is the same thing for Neil. I think they get on that show, they think that they're going to have the same spotlight. They don't realize people, this is what I say even about YouTube. You got the same 24 hours as somebody else. You have the same 24 hours. My vision of success may not be
True.
the same vision that this person has of success, but as long as I'm utilizing my 24 hours to do what I feel like I need to do, then I feel like I've had a successful day. A lot of people are thinking that they can just come in, take somebody's spot, get that spotlight, and they haven't put in the work. This lady pitched this show. This lady always had a vision, and this lady shows up in the midst of adversity, everything, and she
Hmm.
shows up and shows out each and every time. And I feel like when they can't turn the same type of success on screen as she does, it starts to breed jealousy across the board with all the women on the show.
Right. And you know what? Let me add this. You know, Mel answered my question yesterday. She answered three of my questions.
What was your question too? Well, I missed it. What was that?
Over on Captain Venus, she answered three of my questions, y'all.
Oh, she must have came in the chat while I went back working.
Uh-huh. Yep, I don't think you were
Okay.
still in the chat. I asked your question. I didn't ask it per se, but I asked something similar. My first
Mhm.
question to her was about the introduction to Dusty by LB. And I asked her, I said, well, did Martell stand there and act like he didn't know who she was? Sh- Or did he say that he knew her? She's like, nope, he didn't say he knew her at all. So basically, when they were introduced, he acted like he didn't know her. But yet, they went to school
Mm.
together, and
The
Marlene
mamas and
dated.
daddy went together,
Right, right. So that right there,
supposedly.
because I was just really curious, because now I know that Martell pretty much probably introduced LB to Destiny, so Destiny can, they thought he was a simp.
They thought he was a simp. I'm telling you. I say that too.
They thought he was a simp, and ain't no way in the world. And that simp found out that when Destiny walked into that marriage on the 7th of September 2019, and less than 9 months later she had a baby. That's the
Child.
Hey, and that was a fact. It's all right there, y'all. I ain't saying nothing allegedly. They got married on the 7th of September, and her son was born in June of 2020. So
And
y'all do
then
the
too,
math.
another thing with LB, y'all got to think Destiny was staying in Atlanta during their courtship. It's a difference when you having a long distance relationship, and then mind you, Destiny didn't move to Alabama until after their marriage. He got her in that house. He saw her quick. She thought LB was a simp. LB saw her quick, and
He saw her
that's just
quick.
what I believe.
Yes. And my second question was, it was
Mhm,
about the HBIC, because on Twitter, a large site asked a question. Mr. Mention It All. He said, "Is Melody right? Can the show survive without her?" That's the way he put it. Or is she
mhm,
just talking? So my response, and I told her, I read her, my response was, well, considering that the rest of the cast are being pimped for pennies under Carlos King and he doesn't write her check, then, I think her contract is different. And she was like, speak on it. Do I need to drop
Ooh,
my She said, I am the HBIC. Do I need to drop my deposits? Is what she
ooh,
said.
pop it, Mel. Pop it.
Yeah, baby, I was like, oh, yes, yes. And then my last question was about her having the conversation on TikTok about toxic leadership.
Mhm.
And I
Go
just
on,
asked her
too. Go on, lead that. Go on,
yeah,
lead them questions too.
yes. I asked her about toxic leadership, and I just said that that was, one of the first times we heard her talk like that, and it seemed like she was coming from a position of power and authority rather than, in the past. And I
Mhm.
asked her, maybe the fact that he doesn't write her checks, is that the reason why she decided to speak out like that? And she's like, no, it ain't had nothing to do with my checks or who write my checks. She said she was tired of the ish. And she
Period,
coming
man.
for anybody who coming for her. And that's what she
Period,
said.
Mel. Stop
That's
playing
what
on her
she
top.
said. And she left us with three things. She said, be bold, be fearless, and be unstoppable.
Don't let me use that as my tagline. I'm about to be bold, fearless, and unstoppable.
Bold,
Cause Mel
fearless,
told
and
me to.
unstoppable. And that's why she was like, no, it ain't got nothing to do who write my checks. I'm just letting stuff be known from now on. No, this is not happening in Timor. And this is my last little theory, y'all. This is my last little theory.
Go
That
ahead.
conversation with and it was I don't know who it was. It was someone who was just over there in Winter Woman Land chat.
Mhm.
You all remember when Queen Sheba came out and everybody got in CK's and Heavenly's butt about Shanita
Right.
and the way Shanita was spoken about.
Right.
It was this Messy Mondays, the first Messy Mondays after that, that he was sitting up there looking like a Chasten schoolboy. That
Mhm.
even Heavenly, y'all, I didn't even catch it, Kid Courtney. She apologized. She
When this
apologized.
past Messy Monday,
Yes. She
I
said,
gotta go
I'm
back and watch it.
sorry. I'm not trying to call nobody out their name. I don't mean to da 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 da. And I apologize. I didn't mean anything about go back and watch it in the beginning.
She
She
didn't want that
apologized.
smoke. You could tell Heavenly, the way Heavenly got tossed around these streets and she couldn't go live without somebody being in her live talking about her. Heavenly didn't want no smoke for real.
No, because just the way when I'm sorry, Monique, white chocolate baby girl,
Mhm.
honey. I watched that video on Twitter about 15 times.
I went to her TikTok. I said, let me see if White
I'm just
Chocolate got
saying,
some more because
y'all.
she ain't got no throwbacks on.
I remember the video. I remember the credit card swipe, but you just got to say some women were just fine back then. And that was that natural stuff at that
Yes.
point during that time frame. And even when she said not the white chocolate was like, nope, nope, nope. I don't check the pictures, I don't check this. And also the other friend also said, I don't check this, I don't check that. I think that that particular clique in Atlanta that's still around and who probably have some who are still in Atlanta and some who probably excelled even more, probably put the notice out. Because when
Mhm.
Carlos came very chasten, very bland, And
Mm.
he didn't apologize, but Heavenly did apologize. I think Heavenly realized that if she wanted to keep being who she is in Atlanta, that she was going to have to straighten up and fly right.
Cause Shanita a big dog in Atlanta.
She is.
She
She
is. So
is.
Heavenly knew she
And
messed
Heavenly
up.
realized that. Heavenly
Mhm.
realized that. And I think that was her apology. And it didn't click on me that Queen Sheba and when the Aset and the Wah got up and she spoke, about the things that they know. And
Yes, her
you know what I'm
Rolodex.
saying? People got a
Yep.
lot of stuff in Atlanta on Carlos. I think he probably realized, hold on, the women are banding together. The women are
They coming
banding
for her.
together.
Okay, so Hershey, y'all, I know I'm probably like 15 minutes behind in this chat, but Hershey had this question. I want to answer it. And two, if you don't, I know you said you had to drop down. So y'all, if you want to answer it though before you do, Hershey said, so
Okay.
y'all think Carson got pushed out the plan because her and Coleslaw fell out? No, I think
Uh-uh.
what I think happened with Carson, Hershey, Carson was never going to show her Coleslaw hand. What happened was a YouTube subscriber found a video of Carson and Slaw going live. Carson was gonna play her Tisha hand as Tisha stylist and by way of getting on the show through Tisha and ride that on out, in my opinion, until that video dropped. Initially, Carson kept saying it was Slaw that dropped the video. I don't know if that was Slaw on that fake page under her comments now. I don't know that part, but I don't think Slaw was the one that pulled that video. I think it was a millimeter that found that video from some drops, I've been told. A millimeter found the old video of her and Slaw going live and dropped it. I don't think Carson was going to ever play her Slaw hand. I think she was going to play the Tisha hand, because the Tisha Marceau hand, because she wanted to be on TV.
That's
And
what I
she already
think.
had given them the information about Slaw, and Tisha lowdown ass was going to use that information to hurt Melody, but it backfired when all that came out. And Carson got so much heat from the millimeter, she had no option but to tell the truth
Right.
to get
I,
everybody off of her.
I feel the same way too. I think it was all Tisha. She was coming
Yeah, it
in.
was Tisha.
She was gonna be Tisha's what is it, that little that
Her
climax
singer.
that
And I don't even
yeah,
know. I don't know. I'm not saying that Carson knew Tisha's plot and plan. What I'm saying is Carson had admittedly told us that she told Tisha about the RP. And for Tisha to bring her on as her plus one, I feel like Tisha was going to use her as
right,
ammunition, whether it was known to Carson or not.
right,
But being how
right.
Tisha is, I feel like Tisha was going to use that information Carson gave her as a dig to Melody. She was just working her way into it. That's why she brought Carson on. Now,
Because remember, it
again,
was a
I don't,
year. It was a whole year
yeah.
from when Carson told Tisha up until the
Hmm.
Tea Party.
Hmm. And I feel like she was using Carson to bring the ammunition, but it backfired once Carson went to tagging all them people, Carlos King, and saying she wanted to be on the show and doing all that, and people started paying attention to Carson, and then those fake pages started coming under her chat, and then that video came out. Carson had no choice but to say, okay, yeah, I knew Slaw, and this is how we knew each other. And because the millimeters don't play, they put that heat on her. And so she just was like, well, and it just seemed like it wasn't worth it at that point for her, I think. Do I
Hey,
think she was malicious or, not necessarily, but I don't think that had her hand not been forced, I don't think Carson would have revealed that information.
Shay Peace said because once upon a time Carson was riding heavy with AL. Are you talking about the AL that we know of? That's here on YouTube? That person? And also it was Tay T said that Stormy just went live or whatever, but I'm like F Stormy. Anybody, I'm just letting y'all know I love
She's talk
y'all.
TV said, I will say this, no matter what Carson never came against me, or she didn't have to, she could have stuck with the plan. She had the others on her side, in my opinion. That's not what I'm saying, T's talk. I don't think she was going after Mel. I think Carson just wanted to be on TV. If
Mhm.
Mel would have put her on TV, she would have went through TV through Mel. If uh Kimmy would have put her, she would have went through Kimmy. If Tisha, she would have went through whoever because she wanted to be on TV. I'm saying that she confided in Tisha about information she knew, and Tisha was going to use that information however she saw
Yes,
fit. I think
yes.
Carson just got caught in the crossfire of wanting to be on TV. And so when all the heat came, she decided to tell her truth. I'm not saying that she was malicious. I'm just saying I don't think she would have played the hand of telling Mel had she just wanted to be on TV. That's what I'm
She
saying.
did. And
If
she
I'm
was
making
about to,
sense.
yes, and
Mhm.
Tessa T Talks TV, she was also about to be on TV.
Mhm.
And she was about to be on TV1 because Marceau scouted her out. Marceau
Mhm.
brought her to Tisha. Tisha or whomever allowed her to film three scenes on the show. She, I don't know if it was because of AC or whatever, but I know Martell had to okay it. So whatever it was gonna be okay through Martell as well. Because of course the Scots 1.0 and 2.0 was together. But when Carson went off script and she released about the RP, that's when remember that at the party when she said, and her husband verified how he came aggressively to her.
Mhm.
So if Carson wouldn't allow, I think it was just her moral character that wouldn't
Mhm.
allow her, because she said after she met Mel and she knew her, because it's not too hard to see that Mel isn't who she is who on TV. You know what I'm saying? That she's
Mhm.
totally different than what we see on TV. And when she met her and she understood what was in play, that's when she pulled herself out. But she knew that she was going to lose that spot being on
Absolutely.
TV. Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm not trying to paint it as if hey fly girl speaks. Hey my good sis, hey neighbor. I'm not trying to paint it as Carson is a bad person. I want y'all to hear me clear. I just think Carson gave Tisha, and we know how Tisha is. Tisha is a sniper to me and messy. I think Carson gave Tisha some information and Tisha was going to use it. And Carson just was wanting to be on TV by way of whoever. So Tisha bringing her on TV, I think Tisha's plot was to use Carson. I'm not saying Carson was necessarily in on it. I'm just
right.
saying, okay, this is my hairstylist. She bring me on the show. I done already told her what I know about Melody. And I think Tisha wanted to use it. I'm not necessarily saying Carson was in on a plot with Tisha. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. She told
And
Tisha some
I also
information, and
feel
I felt
because
like Tisha was holding it in her pocket.
right, because listen, my question to you is this, Tisha, even if why would you going back and shout out to Color Me Entertain when she broke down the Madonna scene and she focused on One Delicious's
Mhm,
phone when she kept going to that phone trying to pull whatever it was that she was about to pull up, right? And
mhm,
Maurice was the one who stood, and when he saw it, he snatched her phone, but then she got it back and she was about to run out of Madani so she can
mhm,
show whatever it was that she was about to show. I think, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that Tisha wanted to keep Carson close, one,
mhm,
because Carson did tell her of the plot and what was going on. And two, we all know that everyone have referred to that revenge porn. I mean, that RP in some way,
everybody.
shape, or form. Every single person has. Every single person. And I
Break it down,
still,
T.
yeah, I still applaud Carson because she was the only person. The only person. So when I hear One Delicious talking about some until you do right by my daughter, when has your daughter done right by a mother, by a business owner, by a fellow female, and your Sarah and their Sarah? You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? Those are the questions that the reality and what we're seeing and everything that's happened off screen does not mesh well. So people who think that Tisha, in my opinion, is innocent, she is not. What picture did she have your mama was trying to have? Because Maurice, go back, y'all, and check out Color Me Entertain. She broke down the Madonna scene. She slowed
Mhm,
everything up and
mhm.
you can see when Maurice saw what was in that phone, he almost lost his mind.
And too. Thank
He
you for two. I'm glad you up here because thank you for making that point because Toot said it. Toot articulated better than what I can. 41 Fit, what's up? Thank you, sis, for stopping by. Good to see you. Um, Toot
hey
said, what did
41
you just
fit.
say to Tisha? I think Tisha has never gotten over the fact that Melody brought Kiki on the show, and Tisha feels like Kiki has all this info on her. and Kiki and Tisha weren't getting along. Again, I'm not saying Carson was a nemesis. I'm saying by Carson revealing that, Carson told us that she told Tisha the information. She said that. So by Tisha was keeping that in her pocket because they already, as Toot said, if you look at Color Me Entertain's video, it's already sold down. They had already been making references to the RP anyway. So Tisha had that golden information by way of Carson, and that's why she was slow rolling her on the show in case she had to use that as ammunition because we know how these women roll. That's all I'm trying to say, and I'm glad that Toot is up here to help me kind of, you know.
And y'all remember the interview with Queen Sheba with Martell. That is the first time that he admitted what he did. So that threw everybody else's plans off as well when he admitted that, yeah, I sent her a picture of her and I, woody 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 woo, and that's it. You remember because that when that happened, that just threw everything off. Tisha couldn't use Carson no more. Maurice, the Scots 1.0, 2.0, can't say anything. And think about it. Even One Delicious ain't said nothing else about it.
Shay P said, no, Tisha's still mad about Alonda.
Well, she should be mad because she was riding
Yeah,
around in a
okay.
matching Mercedes.
Okay, Shay P. It's Alonda. It ain't got nothing to do. Okay, okay, I got you, sis.
It
Yeah,
is,
I
and
got
she know it, and she know that woman because look, y'all, think about it. Alonda, I can't remember who Alonda, but I just look at the Scots, right? And I look at their thing. Kiowa is married to Maurice Nim sister's ex-husband.
you. Hmm.
Kimmy's best friend is married, was once married to Basement Billy. Then you have Kimmy married, of course, to Maurice,
Hmm.
and now and who we know now that Kiowa said that during the time that she was selling at the pleasure parties that that was the time frame that Kimmy was fooling with Maurice. Now you have Scott's 1.0, and you also have the one who passed away, the Ken. Something, something happened between those three, which was always said that the Ken had him first until somebody got pregnant. I'm just
Mm.
saying. So think
I
of
agree
when you're
too.
thinking of the values like that. Yes, Kiowa is married to their sister's
Yes, how I
ex-husband.
see it. You didn't know that? Yes,
Yes,
Kai
ma'am.
is married to one of the Scott sisters' ex-husband.
Yes. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
that something? So she was married to the husband, to the brother, and now she's married to the sister's ex-husband.
Mm-hmm. When I say Kai was said checkmate on Maurice. Child. Kai would checkmate on Maurice, child.
And Maurice and Kimmy was gonna buy them a house to move down to Huntsville.
Child.
Alonda was married to was Martell's. Yeah, that's. Thank you, Shay P. Thank you. I knew it was Alonda. It was a tie. Alonda was Martell's cousin.
Alonda Martell cousin?
Yes,
What?
yes, ma'am. And somebody
Wait a
else his
minute. Is that the
cousin.
cousin that was texting her the other day? I'm just talking, y'all. I'm just playing now. I'm just playing now.
Who
What?
who who was the high school boyfriend? Tay. Oh,
No,
the
it was her high school
ex-boyfriend, not
boyfriend.
the husband. Okay, okay. We
It was the
stand
sister's
corrected, y'all.
ex-boyfriend. Okay.
But they all knew each other.
They play cousins. Who play cousins? Alonda and Martell?
Yes,
They
no.
all nasty. The vet said they all nasty. Yes, Alonda is Martell's cousin. Child,
I,
y'all telling me some tea. I ain't know nothing about all this now.
there is
Yes,
a tie to Alonda and Martell, y'all, because I think
she said they play cousins.
there's a tie. So they're y'all know that if anybody play cousin to Martell, that
Not
means they played around in the bedroom with him.
not
Let's
Rashida
keep it
said yes, and I
100.
think she was messing Mel hair up on purpose. She knew about slaw child. I cannot with y'all in this chat. Y'all better stop.
Rashida, I agree. I agree.
Not saying she was putting too much getting Silver happy because she knew what was going on.
Because that was
Child,
the one thing Slaw and that female blogger used to always laugh about was the hair and the cousin and the hair.
child, child. I told y'all I was gonna be on here. I was supposed to be on here 30 minutes. And I know everybody live right now is supposed to be on here 30 minutes. Y'all, I still haven't went and got my monitor. And I need my monitor for in the morning
Look, thank
because
you
I
so
can't
much
work
for
on
letting
this
me
phone.
come up here.
So I'm so glad you came. I love for you to co-host. I be seeing you co-hosting with everybody else, so I feel honored to have two superstar Latrice over here on my platform co-hosting with me. Okay.
So y'all, one thing we got to see is whether or not Stormy got fired or did she actually walk away. Two, will Stormy be at the reunion?
Can y'all answer this question for me really quick? Okay, because I don't get to travel around YouTube like I want to anymore as I did when I was a subscriber. And then, my work schedule, I picked up a lot more at work.
Mhm.
Um, I know that y'all were telling me in one live, y'all were saying that Sassy and Shanita confirmed this that Sassy T had some information. Um, what who? So I'm thinking Stormy did try something and may have been fired. Did she give any information on that, on whether or not she was fired or let go? I know y'all were saying Sassy had some information.
I think the information Sassy had talked about that I remember hearing was that it wasn't Stormy who was trying to fight Mel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah,
So
but
what was
Courtney, I'm about to drop
going
down,
on?
honey, and I
Okay, too.
appreciate you
I'm
allowing me to
about to
get
get
my
off. I'm
little
about to get
theory
this
out
bed
because it
down.
was rolling around in my head, and I don't think I could have lasted long without trying to get it out. Thank
Well, I
you.
appreciate you getting it out over here too. We love you and thank you.
All right, boo. All right.
Okay, bye bye. It's actually the Scots introduced Law to Martell, but she met him at one of the cousins' barbecue. Yes, I don't want to see nose. Is it why Stormy left the show? If it is, she's a weak ass snake. Yeah, Stormy did something to get up off that show because Stormy wanted to be on that show too bad. I think all the information was presented to Carlos and he helped them with the continued plot to keep this mess up. I agree, Rashida. I agree. She got kicked off of the island for an altercation. What the hell? Sassy is supposed to do a live with Shanita. When? When it come back in November? February finest? I like your grill. Love you too. You are the true. Yes, we love Toot Superstar. We call her Toot Superstar Latrice over here, okay? Because Toot puts it down and has all the information. Um, and that's from Purple Yoda Princess. It's good to see a lot of you in the chat. My girl Shay P got her one-on-one with Mel in her property preservation. Shouts out to Shay P. Make sure y'all get some fire hair. Make sure if you're in the Houston area, you shop with Is Tay T, and she does amazing decor. Do you do decor too, Is Tay T, or do you just do the treats? For parties, Super Bowls, birthday parties, she does the most amazing treats. So make sure that y'all shop with It's Tay T if you're in the Texas area, okay? Shop with your own people, okay? Put money back into these people's pockets. Shout out to It's Tay T. I do see that you sent me a cash app because I'm on my phone. I can't see it, but I do know you sent me a cash app. Thank you so much, my good sis. Gwendolyn Love, what's up? What's up? I'm about to get up off of here. Third rail. You see, this is why I listen from the bushes, but Law have all these mercies. I love me some Mel, but stop being this gullible. Stormy knew Martell by way of Courtney. Martell set this up. He hates Mel. He does. He hates that he can't be in her presence. And I think he would do anything to be destructive in her life. And that's very clear. That's been very clear for a long time. So I just wanted to we'll catch up in the morning with some clips and I'm gonna try to get us some throwbacks. That's if I can get a monitor, child. I'm about to go to Walmart now or somewhere try to find me a monitor because I just been sitting here and ain't tried to call my job back. I might get a pink slip tomorrow. Yes, February's finest. I'm on IG. Let me type in my name on IG. I don't have my name. I probably change it eventually, because it's still a lot of my personal pictures on there, and I need to take my children off and stuff. But let me type my IG name in the chat before I end it. Per That is me on IG. So if you have IG and you want to follow me, um, always come over, give me a follow. Love to have you. Great live. I'm about to go back to work. Thank you for the info. I will let you know if I start a channel. I love both the creators you should suggest it for training. Absolutely. No problem. Make sure you like I said, if you buy just an ebook from one or take the class from the other, or take the ebook and class with one or the other. You have the both two options. So yeah, reach out and I wish you much success and I hope that if you decide to pursue it, again, let me know. I would love to be a support. Um, Lisa said, do you have a website? Do you ship in New Orleans? Tay T, do you ship to New Orleans? Is Tay T? You got a potential buyer. She is on Instagram. What's Tay T's Instagram? I gotta look at it, but she is on Instagram. I do not know if she ships to New Orleans, but child, if you see her Instagram, you will see that she has the most beautiful treats. Okay. And you want to get some. You have a great day as well. Angela, Coleslaw, Trish, and Lord knows who else were all in Melody's house. Everyone knew what Martell was doing except Mel. I heard her being in the dark, but this is humiliating. Mel got clowned by Martell and his company. Exactly. Exactly. Hit the like button on your way out, y'all. Thank you, Angela. Love y'all. Thank you for chilling with me for this little hour. I appreciate each and every one of you. Talk to y'all in the morning, 10 o'clock Eastern time, 9 a.m. Central. Love you all. Love you all. Toot said, but she got the last laugh, and that's on big period. Look how Stormy getting embarrassed. Let me go see if I can catch that live with Stormy over that line. Cause baby Mel didn't go to IG. She went to TikTok. What, she went live on TikTok? Cause baby, she went to TikTok land and told on you. Mel went to TikTok land. She a big stepper, okay? Mel a big stepper. She went to TikTok land and uh infiltrated your spaces. So let me go. I love you all. Talk to you later. See y'all in the morning, bright and early, and goodbye.